Alright everyone, welcome back to Night Call. It's going to be interesting getting used to that. Today we're going to pick up where we left off last time after we drove a lady back to a restaurant after she told her husband no and asked to marry. Let's see, who do we want to pick? Maybe this gentleman. I actually have to drive to him, and that takes gas and everything. Unfortunate. I mean, of course I would have to drive through him. That's stupid, but... I missed the last train. I'm going to St. Owen? St. Owen? Yeah, let's just say St. Owen. Okay, we can do that. You pull up the sidewalk to pick up the passenger who ordered a cab. You can just make him out, surrounded by 5 or 6 cops. An all too familiar scene. Every so often, the low, ominous tones of an officer's voice makes it to your ear. The circle of cops breaks up. You see your passenger. He heads over to the cab and gets in. He slams the door and lets rip. Motherfucking cops. He gives you his address and you start the car. The passenger stares out the window at the passing road as if to calm himself. You take a quick look in the rearview mirror. I guess that's nice. And what was that all about? Everything alright? Say nothing. What was that all about sounds kind of nosy. Let's say everything alright. Yeah, sure. They're afraid to lay a finger on us nowadays. Don't want to get blown up. An ironic half smile appears on his face, then immediately disappears. He knows a bad joke when he hears one. What a fucking pain in the ass. Can't go out without getting screwed by each and every one of those sons of bitches. If you're not wearing a goddamn beret, if you happen to be wearing sweatpants, then yeah, you're a fucking hood. He smirks wryly, then raises his voice an octave. Your papers, please? He sighs, his voice back to normal. Yeah, sure, shove your aunt's cock up your frickin' ass, buddy. Jeez. This guy is a angry passenger we have here. What is that? Always the same old thing, isn't it? I can't tell if that's like accusatory or not. Well, let's say it. Passenger looks at you and lets out a bitter laugh. You can say that again. Even the Arabs treat us like shit when they're wearing a uniform. Can't tell what's going on here. Okay, so he's just saying like any police officer is garbage. A slow smile spreads over his face. And you know what's worse? Pulls a paperback out of his jacket pocket. The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. They wouldn't believe it was my book. He returns it to his pocket right away. For a second, you wonder if you imagined it. The first thing they asked me was where I had stolen it. Oh, so they're just super judging you based off of the clothes you wear and everything. You know, like there was no way I could own a book. Then the bastards took the book and flipped through it, every single page, to make sure I wasn't hiding anything like hash or some other shit. He flinches. Something in his features breaks. A crack has appeared. He's trying not to show it, but you see what's going on. You can't help it. The inner struggle. Seems like the cops may have some prejudices. Of course, he could just be lying, but... the humiliation. The sense of shame. It's just a book. Do you like it? He looks up. Yeah, it's... well, it's kind of like a... you know, a revenge story. Like all the Hollywood movies we download so we don't have to pay for a ticket. True. Except that it takes place 200 years ago. And yeah, it's good. It really sucks what happens to the hero guy, and he spends the whole book planning his revenge big time. The guy's pretty messed up. He catches your eye in the rearview mirror. He realizes he's not all worked up anymore. It's my, girlfriend who gave it to me. She likes Dumas? Yeah, I think so. She's into all that historical stuff. Me too. To me, it was a real drag at first, but he lets out a sigh. She forced me a little, and then I realized that Monte Cristo, he's one of us. I mean, his story, it's a lot like what goes on today. I've never read the book, but I can guess through context clues with this conversation what it's about. But I introduced her to new stuff too. There are these texts, you know, rap lyrics, that she really likes. You should see her, putting on a show and all, but the truth is, she actually likes it. It's the same thing with reading, right? I mean, it had to be properly explained to me. I had to want to try it. And that was it, man. I was on my way. He looks down. But it's pretty crazy even so. I'm actually reading a book. I still can't believe it. The book and my girlfriend. His eyes sparkle. Some chicks really change your life, don't they? You nod your head slowly. You pull up the address given by your fare. He lets out a sigh. You know, man, I don't know why the hell I just told you all that. No worries. It must be a real bummer, all these guys telling you their life stories. The passenger passes you the money for the ride. It's actually pretty interesting. Some of these I can already tell are going to get pretty philosophical, existential, all kinds of things. I have to go. I punch in early tomorrow. He pauses, eyeing the time on the radio's LCD display. Or later on, I should say. A moment later, he vanishes into the night. Hey, we got some money. He gave us a 19 cents tip. Huh. Maybe that lady that, or 19 cents, that's not a... I'm not sure what the term is for euro. So I'll probably just call it cents, even if by accident. But, he seems like he left a much smaller tip than that other lady, but maybe she left a big one because we were promising to shut up about everything that she told us, whereas he doesn't really care about that. But oh well. Tip is a tip. The door suddenly opens, and a woman gets into the back seat. Having a good night? For a second, you freeze. It's one of the cops working on the judge's case. She grins at you, her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you about her there. Oh, that was the authoritarian voice we heard. Maybe I should give her a voice. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks I've been saying to myself there's something off about you, something not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it because I was sure you lied to us. Didn't lie. She whistles to cut you off. Hey, I'm talking. She has a cold sneer on her face. Okay, I don't like her. I'm going to be frank with you. She leans over to you. I don't think you're the judge. Nah, I just can't picture it. She squints like she's trying to make you out from far away. Like you'd have gone to the extent of hurting yourself. Yeah, between us, it's a bit of a stretch. She stares at you. But not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know better, I'd think he has a crush on you. She smirks. No, I think he's more interested in your profile. In prison at 17. An icy chill fills your gut. Oh no, I'm being profiled. And for murder, too. You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Since you got out, you've kept a low profile, but you're lying about your name and address. I checked. It's normal, you'd say, if they got word of your time served. No loan for your permit, no lease for your car, meaning no second chance at life. Her voice becomes softer, almost warm. I personally like guys who want a second chance. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work for me. She leans forward, her shining cat-like eyes narrowing. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with a first and last name with evidence. Actually, knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence. So, I'll give you info, victims, suspects, medical reports, Some photos that are a bit... She makes a gagging noise. You have to be discreet. Keep it between you and me. Interrogate, ask questions, dig around. I've never done this. She shrugs. Don't worry, you're already keener than half the squad. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up with a bow in front of the station, okay? You're no Batman, you're just here to get me more information. She rummages around in her pockets for what seems like forever. Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days, just to check in. We'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. She takes on a didactic, paternalistic tone, like she was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time. Don't get caught, don't get arrested. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like and I know who your friends are. You can either be the solution or the problem, my friend. She takes a minute to scan your face, your emotions. If I have to, I'll go check in on you-know-who. Her smile is biting. That reminds me, she knows you've done time? You shake your head. She snickers. Oh, my little dirtbag, you cover your tracks well. I did what I could. Yeah, if you say so. She sighs in a tired, exaggerated way. Don't try to mess with me, man. If things don't go well, I'll turn you in. I'll send your picture to all my friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. Your picture will with your name on it, your real name. Anyone close to you will have their places searched. They'll be put under house arrest, spend nights in jail. You have any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trial underway? Excuse me one sec, I gotta get a drink of water here. This is a bit of talking. Alright. You sigh. You know just what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. Let's go with the lightning bolt response. I'm nothing like that son of a bitch. She smiles. Let me tell you, with that face of yours and your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. Well, there's no point saying I have no right. She's been very upfront about she doesn't really give a shit. She takes on a serious tone, businesslike. I want to catch this killer personally. I want to drag him to court, ruin his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case, you got me? And neither can you, right? Obviously. Well, great then. We see eye to eye. So you can just say you're my informant, my CI. He ripped open your gut, you saw your own insides, you were in a coma. Yeah, you have plenty of reasons to want to get back at him. She furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you're actually going to do what I tell you to do. You investigate, ask questions, listen to all the rumors, and come up with a list of suspects. She lays her hand on the door handle and freezes. All right, and don't get fired. Without this cab, you're worth nothing to me. You glare at her. I'm not gonna say that. Say nothing. She's blackmailing me, but She puts her hand up and you can hear the words behind it. This conversation never happened. I'll make sure you get more intel tomorrow. I'll find a way. Until then, not a word to anyone, obviously. Not a word. The door opens, squeaks, and slams shut. Fucking bitch! You sit alone for a while, teeth clenched, dry-eyed, ears buzzing. Shit. On the back seat, the cop left a pile of papers. Shit. Key in the ignition, motor running. Radio on, crackles, you turn it off, and start driving. Talking to passengers might unlock new documents and clues for your investigation. You will find them back at your studio after your shift. 6 clues discovered, available in your room. Okay, when does my shift end, though? I guess now. Look at us being a little criminal investigator. Got our little cutscenes going here. You take a second to enjoy the silence of your studio apartment. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. I had a bit of a cough there, excuse me. You can still hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ears. You throw the files Bussett gave you on the table. On the wall, you hung up the big corkboard where you used to pin up photos of your nephews. They've been gone since you got out of... Your plan is simple. Jot down all the pieces of evidence and connect them to the subjects. The guilty party won't necessarily be the one with the most evidence against them, but the one with the most compelling evidence against them. It's like you're building a story about each suspect, trying to understand their motives. Understand how he or she got into this situation. A bus goes by, making the walls shake. You sigh and get to work. All right. Well, let's look at the board. Who do we have? We have Perrault Bataz, 1.70 m, oh boy. Metric system, yeah. Cop in Paris. Dad was a cop. Financial affairs. Died 2 years ago. Mom got health issues after Richtoden health scandal. Gay. In a relationship. Never disclosed this information at work. I see. So... he has a cop that was a dad. He's gay. Mom got health issues after a health scandal. And he's never disclosed that he's gay at work. Hervé Grelou. Oh boy, these are going to be some pronunciations. 1.77 m. Homeless man with an unknown background. Briefly worked for Charles Bougrain, victim 2, in the 90s. Got health issues after Richtoden health scandal. Apparently there's a couple of people like that. A couple of arrests for breaking and entering. So he has a criminal record, and he also has a connection to one of the victims, but that doesn't technically make him the our guy. Claudia Campos, 1.79 m. Medical examiner in Paris. Escaped from Argentina when she was young. Lost her parents to the Argentina junta, the process. Salim Wadian, well-known lawyer from St. Ouen. Defender of the Noire case. Defender of several molested kids in poor neighborhoods. Was a promising football player when he was 10. Okay, why does that matter to us though, but whatever. Paul-Marie Fragonard. Retired cop, joined the police force in 1977, divorced from a judge, born in the French Antilles, moved to mainland France in 1976. Okay, is there... Middle mouse dot... oh, okay, it hides them. Alright. Okay, I just wanted to get a quick look at all our, killer case. Description. Hold to investigate. Wait, what? New investigation? Whoa, okay, wait. It's saying hold to investigate. Oh, okay, so it just gets the pictures out for me. Okay. Picture of crime scene 1. Picture of crime scene 2. I wish there was a... okay, crime scene 1. Here's crime scene 2. It's a car. Looks like somebody got their head smashed into the car, or they got beat up and then leaned against the car. Crime scene 3. Can't tell what's going on there. Killer case. Hold to investigate. Or clues discovered. Okay, that's all of my documents. Where are my clues? Okay. Message on crime scene 2. You deserve this. From a cop. Autopsy report on victim 3. There was no sign of violence. So what are these connections? Got health issues. Crime scene 2. Okay. Why are some of these connected but some aren't? Time is up. Ah, killer's height. Okay. But that's just an estimation, so it could be either of those, couldn't it? Huh. Weapon, a rare gun used in the 70s. That automatically links to this person, because he was in the police force in the 70s. Message on crime scene 1, justice. Okay, and that's pinned to him, I guess, because he's defender of a couple of people. Killer left message in chalk on first 3 crime scenes. So let's put the ones that aren't actually connected to something down at the bottom, I suppose. Let's kind of keep them straight. So I guess it just automatically connects some of these to certain people. Death, execution. Okay. So rare gun, it's his height. Apparently a lot of our, all 5 of our suspects have a height around 1.80 meters. So let's move that right there, I guess. Let's move you right there. The ones that we specifically know are about them. Let's move you kind of in the middle since you connect to everyone. There. Just trying to organize this a bit. Message on crime scene 2, you deserve this. So that could be either of you. So yeah, let's leave that there for now. Okay. Organize that a bit. So that's all the information we have for now. And we're all out of documents. So I guess we can safely end the night. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You pull open the sofa bed, which unfolds with an unpleasant creak. You collapse onto the mattress. The events of the day run through your head. The streets, the passengers, their faces, their problems. Your brain is running at full speed, your body aches, and you are in pain. You can tell you need to get more sleep. You glance at your investigation board. It looks awfully empty. Tomorrow, you'll have a chance to fill it up more. You shake your head and your mind wanders for a second. Just when you're about to fall asleep, you think you hear a voice in the distance. He doesn't judge soul. You jump, without understanding where the voice is coming from. Outside, Paris is waking up. And you fall asleep. That third shift life. Okay, so the game just saved. I think this is a good spot to go ahead and end this video off. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time.